Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So I've not been producing any videos lately because I've been quite busy, and I'll be busy until end of the year, right? Many things happening in my life, and I want to spend more time on some of my other hobbies. I want to spend more time with family as well. Like yesterday I brought my mom out, and basically end of the month a lot of festivity going on, like now there's Black Friday, and there's Black Friday events in my games. And of course then next month we have Christmas, and there's New Year, then there'll be events as well in my games. But it's not just gaming, I'm also spending more time doing other stuff like exercising. Like yesterday I climbed 80 floors and I did my evening walk as well, trying to become a bit fitter physically fitter, right? So the next 2 months I won't be producing as many videos compared to the last month or the month before, but not for bad reasons. Okay, it's for self-improvement and for my own enjoyment, right? So apologies in advance to people who have grown used to listening to me talking to myself almost on a daily basis. I know there are people who listen to me when they do their housework or people who listen to me when they're multitasking, doing whatever they're doing. They just have my videos on in the background. And someone actually told me that, I should consider doing ASMR because they find my videos therapeutic or soothing. It's a bit strange, and someone might even say it's a bit kinky. Well, jokes aside, well, they're not jokes, all these accounts are real, right? But yeah, whatever works, we're all different. So if it works for you, I'm happy. If it gives you some peace of mind, I'm happy, right? So what am I doing on the money front? Okay, T-bills, right? The T-bill laddering is going to continue. Next T-bill auction is happening on Thursday, 7th of November. So if you are interested, there's a 6 months T-bill, of course. If you are interested, remember to place a bid by the 6th of November, which is Wednesday, I believe by 9 p.m. If you're doing it online, we have to do it by 9 p.m. on Wednesday, the 6th of November. So I'll place my bid probably on Monday or Tuesday, a bit kiasu. I'm also a bit kiasi because I'm so busy and my memory is not what it used to be. So I might actually forget, then I'll fall off the T-bill ladder by missing one rung, right? So I won't be strengthening this rung this time because it's end of the year and I have quite a few expenses coming up, like ang paos and presents and giftings and stuff like that. So I won't be strengthening the T-bill ladder. I'll just keep it the way it is, just recycling money that came back from the last T-bill into a new T-bill, right? And as for the cutoff yield, I think the cutoff yield is going to be something like 3%, around 3%. Looking at the way yields have been moving, I don't think it's going to fluctuate much. And of course, all eyes are on the US presidential election now, because they say if Trump should win, then that is going to be very inflationary because of all the spending and the tax cuts that he has proposed, right? So that's going to be very inflationary, and if inflation comes back with a roar, then what happens is that the Fed might not be cutting interest rates as aggressively as some people think they might in 2025. All right, so of course that could be good news for banks and not such good news for REITs and other interest rate sensitive stocks, depending on which side of the fence you are on. But like I say, I have no worries about investing in the banks because they have other sources of income. Net interest income is just is their main pillar of income, but they have other pillars of income, right? So I'm not that worried about the banks, even if interest rates were to fall. But if interest rates were to rise, I think people heavily invested in REITs would have to worry about REITs, right? Because REITs don't have other pillars of income. Rental income is their only source of income. They have no other income, so they are very interest rate sensitive, more so than the banks, right? And of course, if there should be a recession instead, then of course we might see rate cuts. But if there's a recession, then banks and REITs will just get hit equally hard, right? They'll just get hit equally hard, because the banks, of course, might see interest margin, net interest margin squeezing because interest rates will probably get cut by central banks in order to stimulate the economy. Then what happens with REITs is that if recession comes, then their tenants default, some of them go bankrupt, cannot pay, occupancy might drop, and just there are many reasons why interest rates might fall, and recession is one of them, and that's not good for anything in the economy. All right, so just going to continue with my T-bill ladder and just staying invested in whatever I have right now and waiting for the right prices to come before I add again, right? So and in my video on Suntec REIT, Land Lease, and Impact, right, I said, don't get hit by the RTS train. And someone said that he thinks the REITs that's going to be impacted the most will be Frasers Centrepoint Trust, because they have their crown jewel in Woodlands. Right there, I think it's Causeway Point, right? So and RTS is ready, people in Woodlands or stay in the north will just take the train across the causeway and buy stuff. It's so convenient. Why would they want to buy anything in Woodlands? That's what the person told me, right? I think it's in the comment section, right? So that piqued my interest, and I went and took a look at Fraser Centrepoint Trust. Fraser Centrepoint Trust currently has a gearing level of 38.5%, not high, not low, right? Okay lah, that's Goldilocks lah, just nice. Yeah, and then if you look at it, it's trading at 1x book value. Dividend yield or distribution yield is 5.4%. And of course, they give you 5.4% by distributing 90 to 100% of their income, right, in order to give you 5.4% distribution yield. Personally, not attractive. I don't think it's attractive at all. 5.4% dividend yield, you can get more than that if you were to invest in OCBC. All right, and OCBC only distributes 50% of its earnings as dividends, retaining the rest to invest with, and it grows more valuable over time without having to do any rights issue or private placements, which REITs usually have to do in order to grow, right? So this is just a short video for the weekend. Till the next video, if AK can do it, so can you. Bye-bye.